So we're looking forward to Belfast Restaurant Week 2022. I'm on my way around Belfast. In fact, I'm eating my way around Belfast at the moment to celebrate Restaurant Week. And why not start at one of my favourite bars in Belfast? We're here at the Morning Star. So James, it's great to be here at the Morning Star. And what I love about this bar is it's one of the few bars in Belfast that hasn't lost any of its original character.
No, we're a Belfast institution. We've family business for the last 35 years, and yeah, no, it's fantastic that Belfast Restaurant Week is coming back around. It great impetus to get people out and about enjoying what all the great restaurants in Belfast do.
Now, you obviously at this time of the year must be very busy with the tourists still.
Yeah, no, we've had a fantastic summer there, very busy. It looks like there's been 2 years worth of tourists, backed up from COVID, coming through the doors. So we've had a great summer, very busy, challenging it as well, with everything going on in the world. But we're still here, we're still battling our way through, and still serving great pints of Guinness and great food. Indeed,
and of course it has been a challenge when we had the 2 years of the pandemic, and then just when you think you get over that, then you start to find out about the rising costs involved in running a bar. It's not easy, is it?
No, there's always challenges in this game. It's just something we're going to have to deal with. You're looking at the likes of the government, see if there's any help coming through. But we'll fight our way through. We'll batten down the hatches, and we'll come out the other side.
Tell us about the bar as well, because I've just been in there. It's lunchtime, and I mean, there's a great atmosphere in there at the moment.
We have everyone from 18-year-olds to 80-year-olds, as I was telling you earlier, brickies to barristers. We're a pub for everyone. It's a nice atmosphere there. We have people coming in for their lunch, for an after-work pint, for dinner, for a few drinks in the evening as well. So we're busy all day,
yeah.
And we've got a great clientele there, great customers, and we enjoy what we do.
Exactly,
that's the main thing.
And you're still famous for showing the horse racing as well, aren't you?
Yeah, and we always will be. We got punters in there, and people love coming in and seeing those boys. They come in, they're great crack. The slag, give you the odd joke, and that's part and parcel of coming into a pub.
And what about food as well? How important is it to support local produce?
I don't know if you know, but we have our own farm, our own beef and lamb farm, and we have our own butcher there as well. And then we have great relationships with local farmers, and we'd be buying cattle off them and lamb off them and pigs off them throughout the year. They come in and support us, but we also go to the annual Balmoral show beef and lamb sale. We buy the top prize-winning animals at that every year, so it's a big part of our business, to look after the local community and do what we can and be able to support them. So it's a massive part of what we do.
Excellent. Well, James, thank you for having us here today, and the best of luck with Restaurant Week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
So our travels around Belfast continue. Do you know what? There's just so many great restaurants in this city. You're going to be spoiled for choice during Belfast Restaurant Week. Where am I going next? Let's go and pay a visit to Home. So here we are in Home today. For people who've never been to this restaurant, how would you describe it?
We are a restaurant where everybody's going to find something that they're going to like. We are very proud of catering for all dietary requirements. We have a full gluten-free menu, a full vegan menu, and a full vegetarian menu. And we have a lot of homely dishes, a lot of traditional dishes, and then we have a little bit of fusion as well, Asian fusion. Some French influences, a little bit of everything, really.
Brilliant. Okay, so we're looking ahead to Belfast Restaurant Week. So how important is an event like Belfast Restaurant Week?
I think Belfast Restaurant Week is a great celebration of the variety of restaurants that we have in Belfast. I personally think that the offer for dining in Belfast is absolutely magnificent. So it's a great opportunity to show that to people, and I suppose everybody's used to go to their favorite restaurants all the time. So it's a great opportunity for people to get out of their comfort zone and try different places. I'm looking forward to go to a few restaurants myself, Well,
that's good, but is the cost of living, is that something you guys as a restaurant are worried about at the moment?
Oh, well, for sure, it's definitely affecting the running of the restaurant, and you have to be really creative to limit costs, but I'm very positive, and we see a lot of people coming through these doors every day. So I think, we're doing really well, and we're going to keep doing really well, yeah.
What about local produce as well? That must be important to support local companies.
Of course, yeah. Most of our produce does come from local. I think more than ever is finally the time where we have to focus on sustainability.
Yeah.
Finally, we've been talking about it for 20 years. I think it's finally coming to mainstream. That everybody is quite focused on it, yeah.
So looking ahead to Restaurant Week then, what kind of specialities are you going to have on the menu for Restaurant Week?
So basically, we are going to have some of the items that are already in the menu with a wee tweak. So we're going to take a few things from the menu and put them together and make something new from what we already have, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great talking to you, and the very best of luck with Restaurant Week.
Thank you very much.
The Northern Whig is a premium bar situated in the city centre of Belfast. We looked at our menu, and we already have a lot of stuff on our lunch menu which is already under £10. So we've just added, we're going to add tacos just to make it a wee bit different just for Restaurant Week. And then again on our dinner menu we already have a lot of dishes at £15 or under going forward. So we're just going to do a different like a sort of steak and chicken dish with mac and cheese and like a barbecue chicken fillet, just again something different just for Restaurant Week, just so it showcases the different cooking skills we have in the kitchen in the Northern Whig. People assume that when they come into the city centre for something to eat, it's really expensive, and so I think it puts them off. Where Restaurant Week showcase people, you can come in the Belfast city centre, have a lunch for £10, dinner for £15, and you can have a look and see that really it isn't that expensive. People have this assumption that you're going to town, you're going to spend so much money coming in, getting food, and it's not really. There is deals out there for people to have, especially in the Northern Whig. We have a really competitive price menu, so I think then it's good for them is to come out for that. Cost of energy and gas and electricity, stuff like that. It's really hard. It's going to be hard because you still need to be cooking food and doing that. It's just trying to organise yourself around the busier times and making sure that your energy is down, but like using your gas and stuff and keeping it down, and cooking oil and stuff. Everything is really through the roof. The price even for people to come into town is going to be much. So you need to showcase them is that if they did want to come into town, that there is value for money still in Belfast city centre for them. It can be quite daunting to get chefs, and hard too. But the way we work it in here, the chefs only do a 4-day week. Try and give them 3 days off. Try and make it like a job. It is a long hours in a job, but if you can cut the days down, it gives them more time with their family and more time with their friends and do things. So they do, when they're off their days and get back into work, they're ready for work and they know they've only a few days to work to get back off again. So it's just for me to try and create a work-life balance for people, because that's what I would like. So that's what we try and do in here, and I find that it's easy for me to keep chefs because we do that. We don't expect them to work every hour. So we try and say, well, we have your spare time. You work for us for your 40 hours a week, and then we'll give you your time off. We'll try and get it as much time off you as you can. Obviously, with the price of things coming up, it is going to cost us a bit more, so we would need more footfall for people coming into town to try and help people out. Even the price of chickens has went up 50% in the last 3 months, and it's only going to go up more. So it would be great too if the executive could get sort of back together again and maybe help restaurants out. But we had a break with the rates, but now that's gone, so we're paying more on rates again too. Energy bills are going up, so it is quite hard at the minute for the restaurant industry. But things like Restaurant Week would help to get people into town and to get the deals and stuff, and then they can see, as I said, going forward, they maybe would come in a bit more often to realise that it's not that expensive to keep the footfall coming in, and that keeps the restaurant busier and keeps us going, keeps us open.
So, first of all, the first thing you notice about this restaurant is the fabulous atmosphere and the fabulous scenery around you.
Yeah, 100%. The square, it's a beautiful place. Friday, Saturday nights, it's a great bustle. All the restaurants are busy, especially when you come into Coppi. It's a warm feel, it's very contemporary, it's dark, it's sort of very modern, and we're just delivering some really nice rustic Italian cuisine.
People who haven't been here, what's the kind of main specialities on your menu then?
Once we start to get a favourite, it's hard to take things off the menu and stuff. One that's been here from day one is the duck ragu. It's a dish that the owner's a chef by trade himself, came up with. So you've got duck, you've got a rich stew, you've got a mushroom ravioli pasta, which we all make in-house, and that dish sort of been here from day one, so that would be sort of Coppi's signature dish.
Excellent. Of course, as you mentioned there, the important thing is you make your own pasta, which is something special, isn't it?
Yeah, well, not many other places really do it. Obviously, a lot of staffing issues, whatever, throughout the time, but we pride ourselves on all our freshly homemade pasta. We've got a guy who comes in, and that's his only job. He just makes pasta for us, and then obviously the rest of the team, the chefs and all, cook it for the customers.
All right, so we just had to get you in the kitchen to do some cooking. Tell us what we have here in front of us then.
We'll start off with a sort of ciocchetti. These used to be a lot smaller, a bit like a tapas style. This here's the feta fritters.
Wow.
So these are coated in breadcrumbs, and then we finish them with honey. Here we have duck fritters. So pretty much all it is duck blended up, and as you see in the pasta being made, same sort of process. We make this all here, and then it's just deep fried, so it's deep fried pasta. So this here's the star of the show. This is the dish we've always had on. It's the duck ragu. It's nice and rich. It's light, the pasta with the mushrooms, the duck skins, nice and crisp.
What about the price of duck and stuff at the minute? Is it really expensive?
Yeah, so it's all went up recently. It almost tripled in price. Avian flu and a couple of other factors. So it became really hard to get. It was actually a local company here in Northern Ireland that was hit really bad with avian flu. Now, a lot of their produce would go to China and stuff for Peking ducks and feet, heads, everything would just get shipped out there, but we were actually using the leg, and the leg is what goes into this dish. So we had to just really source from other places, bringing in English duck, and but that's all starting to calm down now. Normal supplies are starting to come through again, so it's great to start getting Irish duck back into our dish.
Brilliant. Okay, so looking ahead to Restaurant Week then, what kind of deals have you got on?
It's going to be the Friday and Saturday. We're going to do a bit of like a anti-pasta board, bit of a deal there, 12 till 5 on the Friday and Saturday, and also I'm going to be doing a cookery demo on the Saturday in St George's Market with some of the event organisers and stuff, just to really showcase more local produce. So we're going to create a dish from a load of local produce to really showcase in that cookery demo.
Brilliant. Well, it's been great talking to you. The very best of luck with Belfast Restaurant Week.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Tim, here we are in Coco today. For people who don't know anything about the restaurant, how would you describe it?
I suppose there's a modern Irish feel to it. We change our menu quite regularly. You know, we're a lot of French influence, Italian influence, sometimes Asian, depending on what's in season, you know, sort of thing. Yeah.
Excellent. So we've got Belfast Restaurant Week coming up. How important is an event like Belfast Restaurant Week?
I think it's great for the time that we've been through the last few years, you know, to promote the restaurant and offer the public something decent. Ones that haven't been here perhaps before might come in and try us and enjoy a decent meal, you know, at a decent price.
What about the whole hospitality scene in Belfast at the moment? We've come out of the pandemic, we thought we were going to be okay. Now we're faced with other challenges, rising fuel prices, electricity prices, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's very tough at the moment, you know, but it is what it is, you know, so you've just got to watch what you buy maybe change your dishes around to, you know, using different ingredients, you know, maybe doing a braised lamb or something like that instead of a lamb loin, you know, but still offering good quality food at a decent enough price. You know, you can only go so high with your prices before you price yourself out of the market, basically.
Exactly. What about local produce? How important is that to you?
Oh, very, very, yeah, we would always use as much local produce. We do a lot of game as well, you know, we've got a few guys that go out and shoot pigeons and stuff for us. Venison comes in. There's a lobster guy, you know, and we use all the local veg suppliers we can as well, you know.
What about the whole restaurant scene and the food scene here in Northern Ireland? Because we seem to be winning lots of awards. We're getting more Michelin star restaurants popping up. We're doing food really well here, aren't we?
Oh, definitely. You know, I've been in Belfast 20 years now, and to watch the city grow as much as it has is amazing. You know, and I know a lot of people around town, different restaurateurs and so forth. And it's great to see. Brilliant.
So looking ahead to Restaurant Week next week then, what kind of things can we expect from your menu then?
We've got a decent, lovely little menu there. It's 4 or 5 different dishes. There'll be a nice slow braised lamb that we did on the restaurant. We are closed Mondays and Tuesdays, but from the Wednesday through to the Sunday we'll be running it. Yeah.
So Tim, thank you for doing this, and the best of luck with Restaurant Week.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it.